This is the Madden Championship Series, brought to you by USAA, an official salute-to-service partner of Madden and the NFL. USAA, proud to serve the military and their families. And we join you from USAA Stadium. Good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offense and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Lewis. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucks. They'll punch it away. And he steps into this one, gets off a big kick, angled for the sideline. First and 10 now from the 36. Daniels starts with a pass. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. From the shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, we try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Buccaneers have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Lewis. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They go play action with Mahomes. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. And he will get into the end zone. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown Buccaneers. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Buccaneers will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This will be returned from the 6. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They motion a receiver right. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. 17 yards on that play. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Second down and 8. They'll run it. Here's Lewis.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. This is Lewis. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Second and 11. Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Handoff here, up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to draw closer.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And they are not gonna catch him. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Daniels. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
They send Edwards in motion. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I continue in just a moment. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Play action here. Mahomes got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Niners will take over at their own 14-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Timeout 49ers. That is their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Throwing now, Daniels. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions. And so far here in the first half, that's exactly what they've done.
They put Kelsey in motion. A first down throw for Mahomes. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Daniels. This one popped in the air and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
On the ground, it's Lewis. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. From off the edge, Nick Bosa with the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. On the toss, they'll run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain.
That's the NFL interception king, Paul Krause. Ho-ho! And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he holds on to it here as he's out of bounds. That's a yard or two shy of the line of scrimmage. Therefore, that's a sack. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's a run going left. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. It is 3rd and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike. And if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL, and so far, this has been about as bad as it gets.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Here's 2nd and 6. Tight end on the move left. Mahomes now on 2nd down. He gets this into the hands of Green. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down. Patrick to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Kelce. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Buccaneers getting their punter out there, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Daniels now on first down. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
That's hauled in on the left by Nakua.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Third and a yard, it's Daniels. Going for it all. He's got it! And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
To the air again is Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Daniels gonna throw again. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. The motion man is Nakua. Third and long, and here's Daniels. That one taken in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And this one is blocked. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. First and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. tight end going in motion here. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
So Kittle comes in motion. On 1st down, Daniels. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Prater's extra point is good. And the 49ers will cut the deficit down to 4. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. Strong running there inside the 30. on the move with a gain of 9.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here. I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, fourth down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. Now Mahomes. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Here's a run. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Here's first down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Putting the tight end in motion. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Tight end going in motion here. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to air this one out. That ball intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop, look off the safety, hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And now the momentum swings to the other sideline here in overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Devontae Smith there to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
And now a big mistake here. Opening kickoff of overtime goes out of bounds, so the first drive will begin at the 40. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught by Puka.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throwing now, Daniels. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Nice job by the defense there. Took away all the options downfield, and quarterback realized pretty quickly, I got no choice but to check this down, and results in no gain.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short. You think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. But this defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide. Nowhere to cut. Take him down for a loss. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So a win here for the 49ers. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night, everybody.